No. Whatever it is, Shell, no. Trust me.
How did you foster the contentious friendship between these two eccentric real-life people, and at what point in that process did you film your fist fight?
All right.
Come here!
Fist fight was pretty early on.
It was early on, wasn't it?
Yeah. Probably in the first 3 weeks we shot that.
Right. Which was a good sort of breaking in.
That was a fun scene. We laughed a lot while we made it. I mean, it's a pretty goofy fight, you know. And the relationship was, I thought, really well kind of drawn out on the page. The script did a really good job of kind of teasing out that dynamic, and it was kind of clear what we had to do. We talked about it a little bit, but not a lot, and just kind of showed up and went to work.
Showed up, just took a swing at you, and
yeah,
it was all worked out from there,
all
right?
worked out, yeah, exactly.
What are they doing?
Making your car faster.
That's more like it!
Both your characters, you know, are very well documented in the motorsports world. How deep did you go on the research?
There's a lot there on Shelby. I mean, he wasn't shy about giving interviews, so there were hours and hours of him and documentaries about him and about this time, and it's good to look at all of it just so you don't know how much you'll use or not. And then I had him on my phone, just audio of him that I could just listen to. Then you got to just kind of let it all go, and it's never going to be an imitation of the guy. I mean, I look nothing like him. It's always just kind of like trying to express the essence of him and what the dynamic is in the screenplay, because that's really the story that we're telling, and you want to tell that.
There's not as much
Right.
on Ken Miles as there is on Shelby, you know. I mean, I knew about Shelby before the film. I'd never heard of Ken Miles. People within the racing world have immense respect for him. Not too much footage of him. He gave a few interviews, but very brief. But books galore. And most importantly, meeting with Peter Miles, Ken's son. He was absolutely priceless to me, very generous with his time, told me many stories about his dad, and that was really what I formed the character from.
Every gear change, every corner. Perfect.
What is always interesting to see is the surprise on a person's face about what I find interesting in the character. Because they might be expecting us to want to hear exciting stories, and you're actually looking for the opposite. You're looking for the day-to-day drudgery, the things that seem to them to be absolutely not worth talking about. That gives you generally more insight into a character than anything else.
Happy, Bill?
Yeah, I'll handle it.